look, there is massive issues with transport. I know that there's been a 22% increase in tickets, but in some cases there were no buses to actually operate the service. Last year funding was put in place to increase capacity, but I can tell you now, Minister, loads of children were left without a seat within this even year in itself. Some families in Carlow tell me they have no driver to a central location, so they have to wait for a bus, when it would be quicker for them to just stay in the car and drive ahead with the child to school. There doesn't seem to be joined up thinking, Minister. I even had a family where there was 3 or 4 children in the family. 2 got tickets and 1 didn't. Now that's a family, so you're talking about a family that lived together. So I really don't understand. There are often empty seats on buses passing students who are not allocated a ticket, and while this could be temporary, there is no waiting list for such children to be offered that seat that day to help take the pressure off parents and the car as well. Sometimes a bus might have a full allocation of seats, but the students might later not take up that place. Those seats are often still left empty for weeks later. And that's what I'm saying, Minister. We need to have a joint up thinking where you work with the department, you work with Bus Air, you work with the schools. That is not happening. This is an example now. I could give you loads, but this is just one I'm working on at the moment. I have one family in my constituency who contacted me, who were allocated a concessionary ticket but did not get a place, and the bus passes right by their door. The majority of students, this is in Gorn now in County Kilkenny, they go to school. So this is the little village in County Kilkenny, Gorn. It borders onto Carlow. So there's a bus going into the Kilkenny school, although they also need to look at a bus going to the secondary schools in Carlow, but they cannot access public transport because there's none for them. So I contacted the department, I'm more out contacting them, and I'm still waiting, like children, for a response, like those children and parents that have requested a response. I'm still waiting for one. So the issue is, Minister, that the second level school in Gorn was closed in 2005, and their nearest school routes, they have no route. They absolutely have no route. It's a huge issue. Also, we have a shortage of those to go behind the wheel, and there's not enough drivers to accommodate the increase in students in Carlow. I have families telling me about children being left behind on the road waiting for state-supported services because of the over-subscription to the service. We need to look at, and this is something now, and I know everyone would have brought it up, and I just can't understand how this is not happening. Following that, there's people over 70 that are looking, they're fit, they're healthy, they're willing to drive these buses. I have several men and women that have come to me that are 70, and they are in the full of their health. They say, look, Jennifer, we'll take medicals, we'll take eye tests, we'll do anything that the department wants, but we would really love to continue doing what we're doing. It's part-time for us, it gets us out of the house, we're doing it for years, but no, the department are adamant that this is not going to happen, because I actually got a letter back from the department telling me this. So, Minister, I'm really concerned, and the reason I'm concerned is, while I know you are trying to do your best, and I do understand that, but we need to look at, there's something seriously wrong here, and it's too long going on now. Every year, every summer, we're all getting the phone calls, we're all wore out trying to contact Bus Éireann, and we're not getting the feedback we should be getting. I'm asking you, I think it would be a good idea to put it under transport. I think something needs to be done. This is not working, Minister, and I would ask that you go back and see what can be done for those parents that I have contacted you and your department about, and of course, and I've also contacted Bus Éireann. I'm contacting you all, but Minister, I really need something to be done. Thank you.
Deputy Fergus.